Hello everyone, good morning. I'm Shenyuan Hu, the founder of Joint Commonwealth Fund or JCF. So today, in today's JCF Weekly, what we're going to talk about is Facebook. There has been news that Facebook is in discussions with some crypto exchange. So there are rumors that Facebook will be releasing its own coin or Facebook tokens, and some maybe even become some the new crypto that could be that could be on the rise. So what is going on and whether that will actually happen? Okay, this is what we're going to talk about today. So to understand this issue, we have to first look back to why Facebook might want to do something like this and release its own crypto. Well, this goes back to many years ago when Facebook was starting to support third-party applications and notably, online games. So if you're old enough, you might recall that, a number of years ago, there were what's called social games that appear on Facebook and other social networks, like Farmville, or there were, pets games. So these games, they support themselves mainly by in-game purchase of virtual items, which at the time you have to buy through Facebook, Facebook tokens. You purchase these Facebook tokens and then you then use them in the game to buy stuff, buy virtual items. So back then, Facebook charged, some fees, some premiums for using these tokens, and this becomes one of their profit source. But however, this model of operation has become less and less popular because obviously Facebook is charging a lot for that, and the game companies, they have since find other avenues to get their gamers to pay. So these coins have they sort of are diminishing in their importance, but the need for something like this still exists. And also, Facebook is one of the largest platforms now for live casting events, or these live streaming. It's one of the largest streaming platforms. And one of the economies that we don't yet see on Facebook is the ability to tip the live caster. Okay, so what happens is but this is already something that's popular in other platforms, where if you are hosting a popular live event, you could get paid by other people's tipping or through advertisements. So obviously, if Facebook can figure out a way for people to tip the live casters, that could become good for both the live casters but also for Facebook. So there are incentives for Facebook to support a mechanism like this, but it has to be careful because this is Facebook is international. So obviously, any mechanisms that involve these kind of points or tokens might consider whether it should work across different countries. Well, so what does Facebook do? Well, obviously, if you need to build a system that supports such token transfer or points transfer, and it requires you to build some kind of new mechanisms on top of your existing platform, which can be time-consuming and costly. So obviously, the reasonable choice for Facebook would be to look around and see if there are other, existing solutions that can be readily adopted for supporting this kind of payments among live casters, or for live casters. So where does Facebook look at? Well, one of the places existing technologies such as blockchain, the technology behind cryptocurrency. So because blockchain, the technology itself is what's called open source, which means that its technologies are actually, readily available to anybody who want to use it. You can just get the source code and, get it running with a few tweaks and have your own coins or tokens published. So obviously that makes a lot of sense for Facebook. If they just adopt an existing, token solution such as blockchain onto its own platform, that might be easy to adopt and less costly. So right now there's about 40 Facebook engineers already on this, but this is in comparison to the thousands of engineers who work for Facebook. So this is really still a small project at the time, at this moment. So what happens is likely Facebook will roll out its own, crypto, its coins for usage to tip, livecasters and other, in-game, or in Facebook third-party applications purchases. But how will this impact us? Okay, or how will this impact the crypto market? Will it make Facebook coin, very valuable to invest, for example? Well, likely not, because it's not likely Facebook will go to exchange or will have its coin be publicly tradable on exchanges. One of the reasons is that, if you have a coin that can be tradable on exchange, it can be potentially a vehicle for money laundering. How so? Okay, let's say if I purchase Facebook coin for $100 and I, then tip to someone else with the Facebook coin I purchased, this person can take that Facebook coin, and if it can go to any exchange in the world or exchange that support that, trade it and, have someone else basically cash that out in any country, then it becomes a money source that's hard to track. And if that money involves, illegal money, such as money used for drugs, for, weapons, for terrorism, then that would become a really, problem for Facebook, because when they are tracking the financial, the stream of the money, if they track it onto Facebook, the platform, then Facebook could face legal issues from governments. So the most logical thing for Facebook to do is to simply only allow the purchase and the redeem of Facebook coins through Facebook's own platform, through Facebook itself. Okay, and obviously it can charge fees through that as well. So likely Facebook coin, when it's released, it will have a fixed, exchange rate with major currencies such as the US dollar. But likely it will not skyrocket, and it's not going to be, a vehicle for quick cash or quick investments. So, there's no hope in terms of trying to get rich quick with Facebook coin. But how will that impact the crypto market as a whole? Obviously, that will be a positive sign, because if that happens, that means, one of these largest companies in the world are acknowledging and using crypto or blockchain technology legitimacy. So that likely will send a positive signal to the market and to people and investors on the legitimate use of cryptos or blockchain technologies. And likely that will, facilitate more tokens to be developed and a more vibrant token economy. And how will that translate? Well, you cannot buy tokens with just any fiat currency like US dollar, or like in Taiwan here, we call it the new Taiwan dollar. But you can buy any crypto with Bitcoin or Ethereum. So if that token economy does take off as we're expecting, well, the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum likely will go up as well, as their actual legitimate uses are increasing. Okay, essentially their use case, more use case for legitimate crypto uses. All right, so that's it for this week's JCF Weekly. We hope you enjoy it. And if you like it and find this useful, please, click like or subscribe to our channels. Go to our Facebook fan page, and and you can feedback, on the program or on things you like to see in the future. And also, if you're interested in JCF, which is a crypto index fund to make basic income truly universal. Please feel free to go to our official website, jcf.world, to check it out and learn more. All right, thank you, and we'll see you next time.